Asawana, the last one but
quickly.
not the least. Asawana, make him give him people 50,000. No. Then go spend and finish. Then go still come outside. Asari own no dey freak me. You understand me? Asari na pig. Elede. You understand me?
Baba shameless people.
Elede. Elede.
Let me take another one.
Baba, I beg, take another one.
You so
My regards to
because I know a lot of people
children.
are there
Thank
right now pressing.
Thank you.
Right? So thank you so much, Baba. Anyway, thank you. If you know you have an advice for me on top of these guys, okay, you just call in so that we can do it surrounding BC. You can hear from my mouth straight away. Don't hide behind your phone, your keyboard. I put my face and my voice. Decide everything I say. I own everything I say. Just that one of the things that annoys them is that I live in a country that actually have a rule of law for real. So if you remove all the life of a threat that some of you have been subjected to, what else do you have to fear these people? Let's remove all the threat. With all of you actually really fear them if they don't threaten to kill you, harm you, or something. For standing up to the Mama Yegun, you are just probably getting to do. Don't worry. If they born you well, right, you can be the macho. I've got a studio here. The address is public. Don't be a keypad warrior. Grab your phone. Call me and make that statement. I can answer you right away. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Marigon. Good evening.
Good evening to you, Baba. How are you?
Yeah, I did listen. Fine. I've been trying to reach you since yesterday, but somehow I couldn't. I've not been able to. So this afternoon, I listened to you a bit, and then some, things was coming up in my, some ideas on the things I wanted to say, came up, but I couldn't reach you as well. But before I waste too much time,
right?
Now it's a plus to Tinubu now because Tinubu has been able to demystify that myth of Igbo being
robbed him all of that gain. And now,
so now he's now nobody, right? So one problem solved for Tinubu, and then for the ordinary people like us who truly want good thing for the ordinary people of Nigeria, we can see them now that these are not the people we want. So anyway, I think that this protest is yielding a good fruit already. Because at least all of these politicians now are now aware.
Look at all the promises, all of that. They didn't do all of this last week. Look at them.
Yeah. So now they are spending money, at least to some people, even if that money is not, totally, not reaching enough, not for everybody apart from their, people as leaking their houses. So it's a good thing. So I think the only way now forward is that people should just continue that way, even if they can be, maybe every 2 weeks they should threaten that there will be riots or protests. Maybe that will help Nigeria a little bit. Maybe they will,
maybe that can force their hands a lot to do a lot for them, as long as people are relieved of this hardship. Now, if we make an announcement, right? If Tinubu now make an announcement tomorrow, for example, right, and he says, I'm bringing down the price of petroleum down to 300 naira. Breaking news. So what are those people who are preparing to do anti-protest because Tinubu is trying and all of that? What are they going to now say? Would they say it is because they wanted to stop protest? That's why Tinubu changed his mind, or what? What would they say? Because Tinubu is going to make all those decisions soon, and it will be forced to make them. And this is not like, Baba?
Yeah. So is a good thing anyway. I can assure you that. And again, they have to continue in this trajectory. They have to make sure that this protest goes on. If it doesn't go on, because they need to show these people, because these people they are so arrogant. They don't even respect. They don't respect ordinary Nigerians anymore.
No.
They think nobody is going to say no to their policies and whatever. But if they show them that, look, if you go crazy, which will go crazy, you counter you, they will see ties. That's the only way
Thank
government
you
can
so much,
listen.
Baba. I'll take another one.
Thank you.
You have
Mhm.
added your voice, and just like everyone else too, right? You can add your voice too. You can even add your voice to be like, maybe you are not for protest or whatever, but even though we don't want you to come here and tell us you are not for that, you can keep that to yourself. Do you understand? Because the effort of Tifnubu and gang that they are spending billions of naira for is to stop and discourage as many people as possible. And we are not going to do that for free here. You get that? So you can probably keep it to yourself. Here is another caller. Hello.
Hello, Maigun.
Enauni.
Lafiya kalau ya gida.
Which one is Nakwana? Good morning.
Inakwana na morning. Inakwana, inaoni, good afternoon.
Enauni is good afternoon.
Evening.
I know it's Enauni. Lafia
Yeah.
kalau.
Yeah, Maigun.
Me,
Me, I enter company with fight. Now you are come fight. I'm
okay,
bold
maybe
enough.
I would have to leave you.
I'm bold enough to call in.
Come on, shit. Hell yeah, come on, shit. Man, relax.
Oh, Maigun, you know now. You know now. I just left on anywhere you do, we did.
I know that.
Because, I mean,
imagine in
with
this
what
day
you
and
have
time,
been doing
somebody
over the
they tell me
years.
to be careful. Baba, I mean, come on now.
Baba,
like, what is that
Baba
thing you think you can actually do, you are capable of doing? When you look at me, like when somebody look at me like this and be like, I will deal with this guy. What do you really think? What are you thinking? You know what I mean? That's what I ask myself for. Like, if somebody look at me on their screen and says, man, I will deal with this guy. What do you mean? What can you really do?
What are you going to do?
Like, what can you really do to me?
In a country that has a law, you understand? In a country that has a law, like what are you going to do?
Exactly.
The highest you can do is if I have said anything wrong or anything defamatory. Sue me. Exactly.
Sir, I've got an address, by the way.
If you say you want to go physical, it's just like people like me now. If you want to go physical, oh yeah, more go. You understand?
Okay.
Me, I like physical.
I know they do physical.
No, me, I like physical.
Ahmed, I've got
Baba, they like physical.
Right? If I open my window,
yeah,
and I just be like, hey, right? They will only walk down there. They don't need a car. Okay.
You understand?
I know they fight people.
I
I know they fight anybody, but if you come closer, you may not go back
home. No, you know what thing? To back physical, we go knock him. If you carry anyone where you carry,
you be soldier. Me, I don't be soldier.
You understand? I understand. So, I mean, I don't see from, Koiki stuff, whatever we do. Well, this same program, I'm not going to insult anybody because everybody getting own view. Make you the view waiting one view. But waiting me, I believe I stick to them.
Yes, sir.
This program, this is the same program that all of these people clamoring for Yoruba Nation, they turned their attention to when they were looking for money.
You remember?
When they were looking for money, it was this same program. Tofema Jaleri Owoti Woda, Tofema Jaleri Owoti will contribute. It was on this same program that they raised money. Where were those people shouting today? So the same people that raised money for this to secure the release of this guy is now exposing some things that he's not comfortable with, and some people want to talk. What do you want to say? What do you want to say? Like, I don't understand. You can talk. He has his own. Maegun has his own reason. He has seen what he has seen, and on this Maegun, the reason why we are here is because Kemu Komoko. If something is not, if he doesn't sit with us, we will say it. We don't give a damn whose ego is being crushed or whatever. We don't give a
but people need to know that by now. Like,
you understand?
When I say it is Mayego, like, you don't come here and pretend you have this personality that cannot be touched.
You should understand that this is how we deal with it. And for this time, as it's going, that Maegun is calling out Oloye or whatever, you need to relax on just, even though you don't agree with him, then relax. Time will come when you will disagree fully or you will agree with him fully. And we have seen instances whereby you people, a lot of you have come to agree with Maegun, with whatever Maegun has said. Like from days of Buhari, days of CBN, days of different things that you can't even count. that a lot of you today are confirming and saying, oh, we watched this on Maego. Oh, Maego really said, like, how does Maego even understand this? You know, some of you even kind of like imagine, like, how does Maego come up with these things? We call it like thinking, critical thinking. Someone sit down, observes, and he sees where all this nonsense is going. And he can predict and tell you, okay, this is what is happening, this is what is happening. And at the end, if it is not exactly the way he said it, it will be somehow like the way he said it. We have never derailed from this lane we are going through. So how can people just come up because Maego said this about Sunday Igbo or something, and some people just you start running mad? Wait, let's see what happened at the end now. Why are you running mad? Kilo day?
Well, they are afraid
Like,
to.
I don't understand. Kilo day,
They are afraid
panic.
to.
When you see people panicking, then definitely there is something. When
Or
you start
denying
panicking, there
in
is
anger,
something, or
then they
you're
have something
denying
to
in
hide.
anger, then there is something to hide.
Yeah.
But don't worry, time will tell. We will see.
There's
Time will
nothing
tell.
even
We see.
much.
Show us the protest.
Eh?
They are saying that the Yorubas, like, we are looking for something to break this monster that is holding us down. So Yorubas will not participate in protests. Like, how does it make any sense? We have seen people that said, oh, they are supporting Biafra, but they want the protest because we are looking. Even the same Koiki used to say, Nigeria is a big elephant. Anybody can stab it from anywhere, anyhow. You said this thing. You say this thing too. Like, we want to break it anyhow. So why are you saying Yorubas will not participate?
Yeah, they are just like weathermen, okay?
So when we see people like Awo Kunikonko Abi Awo, what did they call himself? I don't know, that guy from
they took my matter to was somebody Are Kurumi, Are something, Are Kuru, something like that, right? Man, it was like a feast. It was like what it because Mayegun told them that all of what they are pushing, narrative they are pushing in Yoruba land, not all of them are anti-Yoruba because they are all linked to Tifnumbu. It has nothing to do with us. And if you want to hate, if Tifnumbu hates the Igbos, if APC hates Igbos, that's fine. That's their problem. They should deal with that. They shouldn't say Yorubas should hate the Igbos. If the Igbos hate APC, that shouldn't be.
No be this same place where we did. Where we say then carry iya dry. Iya dry then carry and come. No be this same place. No be later they discover saying as
abuse me. Remember?
No be later they understand saying as from the first day when she starts. No be there you they tell and say we
No, it's not.
They still come back. So all this one when they do, and I go still come back. And there's one thing I want to call your attention, Maegun.
Yes, sir.
You see, as this thing is going on right now, you know, when we started and we were supporting Igboho, Sunday Igboho with what he was doing, there were people on this platform that were saying, "Oh, this guy is a scam, kinikon," and we know them. Those one too are puppets to Tifnumbu. They don't actually like Igboho. But some of them,
they said this agitation for Yoruba nation is not now. It's going to affect Tifnumbu. We witnessed all of that. They wanted him killed when they missed. When they missed in assassinating him, right? They were mocking him.
Exactly.
They said, "Why can't he disappear? Why didn't he turn to this? Why didn't it?" You remember? Now they are now the ones that are saying, "Who the hell are you, Mayegun? Igboho is a hero. Igboho is fighting for Yoruba." So if Igboho says we are not protesting, I say, APC, I don't love him now. Wow. That's where that
so you go see them. You go see a lot of them for comment section now. And we told you they don't actually like the Sunday Igboho themselves. They don't like him, and you know themselves. They don't like freedom.
Now they are asking what have you done for the Yorubas? What did you do for Yorubas for real? Like, let's just put everything on the table.
As Mayegun has said, you guys know Mayegun. You know where Mayegun stands. Mayegun is standing fully for Yoruba nation, but he talks for Nigerians. He talks for the people that have been oppressed.
We have one single system that is dealing with all of us.
Exactly. So you need to understand that he's not fighting for just, yeah, we might say, okay, he wants to fight for his own part, but he's talking about the main problem that makes us to be in the same kind of deep shit like this.
You know.
So, Bobo, in comment section, you are ranting. Toba B and Ida, yeah, Goli Wale. Now go collect.
The comment section. I can take
Now go collect. Now go collect. No,
thank you so much, Ahmed. You have a good one yourself, right. Okay? Here is another caller. Hello there. I need to mute the broadcast, or you have been connected. Hello.
Maye.
Baba.
Yangala but mighty.
Tell them.
How far now?
Baba Deo Miokoja Yaramio.
Now Olu from Stoke.
Baba Saulu.
How far? They watch see what we don't have in Nigeria, and you always said this, Mayegun. What we don't have in Nigeria is people of character.
It's unfortunate.
That's the problem. And things will change. I saw him because when you mentioned him, I just joined your broadcast, and then you mentioned, and I went to see what he was doing on Twitter. Now, see, look at him. He lived in London and he's talking like that.
Like Tibati cigar or anything, I don't smoke a cigarette. So, like Tibati cigar, Baba, can you any shape a lu GPT then for Yoruba nation shape? What does that have to do?
I don't understand. I don't. Does he drink coffee? Does he drink beer? What is wrong with?
If I smoke, even if I smoke, you go whatever it is, right? That doesn't have anything to do with the fact that when I call you a criminal, it's because I have my evidence, isn't it?
It's as simple as that, bro. It's as simple.
You me anything now. She about look with me nani. The 40 or 50-year-old woman, right? For because the only way you can only accuse me of anything of immorality, you cannot accuse me of anything fraudulent or anything shady. So then booming now, so anything, you know, if that actually makes you feel better. Baba weary. So
can you imagine that? It's shameful. And when you look at these people, so these are people to Igbo should tell us how he made his money. Look, I'm not here to denigrate anybody.
You know, they will likely go that way. And I'm saying that they shouldn't let us go that way. I have people that can come onto my program, okay, and tell everything about Igbo's criminality. And I can put them on my platform. Yeah, I can.
I can
bring all of them here and they will tell the whole world about his crime. And we can also push for his arrest internationally.
But we are not here for here for Nigeria to get better. We are here for Nigeria to get better. We are here for Nigerians to our country to be we cannot go home and invest anything again. But you guys are just using it for your own means. It's crazy. It is it is total madness.
Like I just told you something. You said a ketaku, right? You want to talk about my family and all of that.
You know, now you defeat my ego no getting job. Now these people
go on.
What they're being but it doesn't reflect in their life, and that's the problem. You don't buy my ego's car, you don't buy anything, you don't pay his bills, and you think it's all right. Go Walori because it is madness. Now, most of the wealth in Nigeria are stolen. Or by whatever IBD, they will be threatening custom officers live. These are our role models. Role model in Yoruba. No, hey guys, we need, we need to
credibility. No be us.
That's what I'm saying, Baba. Our IBD, our MC.
It doesn't matter. How that one don't matter. For now, we have common enemy. Let's face them. Look at that.
That was the language. That was the rhetoric we want to push. We have common enemy, guys. Let us. I was speaking on a space. One of the placard we need to write is pay politicians 70,000 naira. Pay them this money they are promising us. Yes, pay them that money. And then we know how it is. I want to rice. My rice is 85,000, 95,000. And I want background. But I want role model Yoruba land. I want you know, Igbo, people that cannot even they cannot even speak outside. Am I saying no? I beg, don't answer anybody. I beg.
Time shall tell. Okay. There are some things that I'm gonna. I have another caller. It is not new. Let me tell you something. Okay. Number one, I don't smoke cigarettes, which means I don't smoke that. Okay. But if you have any means to come into my house, you know what a privilege is? It is for me to trust you to come to my house. And then when, for some reason, you misbehave and you are called out. So the next thing is to look into my house. I am not ashamed of my moderate life. See, I am somebody that has been, like you can say, somebody that personally admit that I have been one of the most luckiest people alive for so many reasons. So if I give you a chance to come closer to me, give you a chance to come closer to my family,